Hey guys, part 2 to the madness, a follow-up to the manga pickups video that I did. I said I had a couple of Blu-rays that I wanted to show for all the people who follow me for my Blu-rays, which is quite a few. The PS3 background theme of the day is The Legend of Zelda Skyward motherfucking Sword. I've already had it once in another video, so why again? Guys, it's fucking Zelda. Skyward Sword, there's a reason why people are saying it's better than Ocarina of Time. And I agree. You play the game and you'll understand. Anyway, let's not rattle on a bit about that. I'll probably talk about Skyward Sword sometime later. I apologize if the lighting is sort of weird. I'm looking on at my camera and it looks sort of yellow and no, not yellow, it looks like really orange and then my teeth look extra yellow, so it looks kind of weird. Without further ado, let's get on with the Blu-ray pickups. The first film that I have here, there's 4 in total. 3 of them I picked up when I was out shopping with my dad, and the 4th one I received as a Christmas present. The first film is something that, me being a comic book fan, me being someone who, likes to read comics and likes to see the adaptations in cartoon form or in movie form, I was surprised that I hadn't heard about this film sooner, because it's a film that's been out for a while, 17 years, going on 18, and I didn't notice this until my mystery teacher pointed it out to me, because he put it on the day before we were going on Christmas break and senior year, so that was, wow, over a year ago. And contrary to popular belief, everybody was watching it. It's not like one of those films they put on for the hell of it. People were actually sitting down and enjoying it. And, I asked him what it is, because I actually wanted to go home and watch the film, because we could only watch like half an hour of it. And he told me what it is. He said it was based off of a graphic novel. And I'm like, wow. And that is none other than The Crow, starring Brandon Lee. For 18 years, this film has gone under my radar. Well, almost 18 years, like 17 years, this film has gone under my radar. And I never heard anybody talk about it. I'd never seen it when I was shopping on Amazon. It was never in the back of my head, like, you know what, if you like this movie, you might like that. But after watching this film, I can definitely say that this is one of the best adaptations I've ever seen. And Brandon Lee is spot on in his performance, sadly deceased. He passed away due to complications on set. I don't really know the full details. I know there was something involving a gun, a prop gun, and there was something in there that wasn't supposed to, I think like a loaded bullet. But he passed away after that. So this was his final performance, so that's why the film is dedicated to him. And, if you like films like The Dark Knight, Sin City, or Watchmen, then you'll definitely enjoy The Crow. This is like a film, this is what Sin City was now. Sin City is what it is now, what Crow was back in the 90s. So you can get a feel of how good it is. It's very dark. It is a mature movie. It's rated R for a reason. So definitely give it a chance if you want to. It's also available instant streaming on Netflix, so you can definitely check it out. I bought it. It was $4 at Costco, so I can't pass it up. It's a Blu-ray. It's something I can add to my collection, and since I really did enjoy the film, I might as well support it. So The Crow. And since we're on the topic of you might like this if you like those, and vice versa, Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight. Every single person that I've gone to who, be it they are a film enthusiast, a Blu-ray collector, or just a person who likes it, they have this film in their collection. It doesn't matter. The Dark Knight, oh man, when it came out, there was a reason people were talking about it for like at least a year, because not only was it a box office success, it was on, the roll to becoming the highest grossing movie of all time, but it didn't because of Titanic, and then Avatar came along, and I don't think any film's gonna outgross Avatar, sadly. All it is like Pocahontas mixed with Smurfs, that's pretty much what it is. But The Dark Knight, I really wanted to purchase this film when it came out, because I was looking at all the unboxing videos people are doing, and I follow people who import Blu-rays from other countries. Every single place had a different type of Dark Knight Blu-ray. There was one place that had a really nice slipcase, me and my slipcases. There was a place that had this really awesome steelbook, special features that weren't in any other edition. You had like a special figurine. It was just crazy. I didn't know what I wanted to get, and after a while I was just gonna cave in and buy it on Amazon, even if it didn't come with a slipcase, because I really wanted to watch the movie. And I saw it in Costco, so I said fuck it, I bought it for $5. So The Dark Knight. And after rewatching it, my opinion really hasn't changed much. I stand by what I said. The film is very entertaining. You can go into this and really enjoy it. But, you know, being me, a person who goes into a film, you know, I like to critique things. And there were a couple of things that really, they didn't seat well with me. You know, first off, the length of the film, for what the story they were trying to tell, I think it was a bit too long. You know, there were scenes that could have been trimmed, edited out all entirely. And, you know, Heath Ledger as the Joker, you know, I'm going to get some flack for this one, but I love Heath Ledger as an actor. You know, I've seen a lot of his films. He's a great guy. You know, I saw Brokeback Mountain. That was a really good movie. Despite what people say, oh, it's going against religion and all this bullshit. You know, like, people overanalyze these movies way too much in that regard. It was a great fucking movie. And, you know, it's just his portrayal of the Joker. I totally understand what they were going for, because this is not the Joker that we all know. You know, that type of Joker. This is a more darker, serious, younger Joker. A more realistic Joker that would eventually evolve if he was, you know, Heath Ledger, sadly deceased, rest in peace, man. He would have evolved into, I believe, the more comical Joker. You know, a bit more sadistic with Christopher Nolan behind the driving seat. But nonetheless, he would have been that type of Joker. But I still think, you know, Mark Hamill is and always will be the best Joker out there, because he's Mark fucking Hamill. He's Luke Skywalker and he's also the Joker. What the fuck, man? But overall, it is an entertaining film if you can get past and having to put subtitles on. That's an inside joke that everybody should know. Anyway, and since we're on the topic of Christopher fucking Nolan, Inception, the 2010 summer blockbuster. I have to say this, for anybody who wants to check out Inception, for anybody who... Okay, listen. When Inception first came out, I took a girl to go see it for her birthday, right? And, you know, everybody who goes to the movies with me, I am one of the people who I don't laugh much unless there's something funny on screen. You know, I actually like to pay attention because I'm paying a lot for that movie ticket. And it's very rare that you'd see me go to the movie theaters because they come out on home media like 2-3 months. So I said I can wait. But I went because it was her birthday, so I'm like that. And, you know, I just want to watch the film because I'm paying $12 for a ticket, Regal Entertainment, rip-offs if you ask me, and there's no other movie theater in my town. So I was watching the film and I'm like, she's on her phone texting. I'm like, you know, you're gonna miss a lot of key crucial moments. She's like, oh, Chris, stop worrying so much. So I'm like, okay. So like 5 minutes later she gets off her phone and she's like, what the hell is happening? Like, because honestly, we were like 40 minutes in, and then she kept trying to ask me, like, Chris, what the hell's going on? Why is he there? What's going on here? Who's doing that? And I was just like, you know, I can't tell you anything because I'm going to miss what's going on the screen, and I'm not going to understand it while trying to tell her. You know, it just didn't make sense. So by the time we got out of the movie, she was kind of pissed off. She's like, man, I didn't understand anything that happened in that movie, and everybody else was just like, what? And then everyone said, did you actually watch the film? She's like, yeah, sort of. And I'm like, hey, you know, Kaylee, I told you so. She's like, shut up, Chris. I'm like, okay. So I'm going to call her up one day and we're going to have a proper reviewing of this where she actually turns off her cell phone and she can actually get her opinion on it. But other than that, Inception is a great fucking movie. It's a great thriller. And, you know, the cast, of course, is phenomenal. You got DiCaprio, you got Ken Watanabe, you got JGL, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Tom Hardy. And, you know, I think this is a great movie. As long as you pay attention, you're definitely going to enjoy it. And this edition comes with the Blu-ray special features, DVD, and, oh, yay, don't we all love us, an expired digital copy. Yeah. Yeah. And Warner Brothers' new remedy for that would be to, what was the word? Yeah, ultraviolet. Yeah, good job with that. It's not really a digital copy. It's more like a streaming copy that you can only access through Wi-Fi. So, anyway. And the last title on the list, the fourth one, is a Christmas present that I received from my fellow YouTuber who goes by the names of Future Gohan SSJ2. My good friend Jamie, you might have heard me talk about him, you know, at some point or another. He sent me Raging Blast 2 last year as a late Christmas present. And so this year he said, you know, Chris, what do you want for Christmas? And I'm like, Jamie, you know, you really don't have to get me anything because, you know, me and Jamie are really close. We're like brothers from another mother. You know, if we're not talking on Skype, we're texting each other or we're just talking on the phone. You know, he's a person I consider to be a really close friend. And I'm like, Jamie, you don't have to get me anything. And he's like, no, I insist. So I said, okay. And I thought he was joking because we joke a lot. But surprisingly, a few days later, I get a package in my door. And when I opened it up, I was completely shocked at what it was. You know, knowing Jamie, I had a good idea of what it would be. Because, you know, Jamie, Future Gohan, he's really big into Cartoon Network and all of those things. He's also a Kai fanboy. The Wall 200, he's the one who started that whole trend within our little group. But if you quiz him on anything Cartoon Network, he will automatically give you an answer because he knows what he's talking about. And, you know, this, honestly, this present was, you know, the best Christmas present I've received in a long time, Jamie, because I don't think I've gotten so much more enjoyment out of it. You know, outside of getting a puppy, that's awesome, but, you know, just, you know, a material possession. And that is Tom and Jerry, The Golden Collection, Volume 1. On this edition, you have 37 remastered theatrical shorts for the first time in high definition and also uncut. You see, that's one thing that people might have not been aware of when it comes to cartoons, especially back in the day. It was a different time back then when these cartoons were made, so there were a couple jokes that weren't offensive then, that were comical, but by today's standards wouldn't be acceptable. So that's why they would edit them when they rebroadcast them, or they just remove them from circulation entirely. And to my knowledge, this is the first time they've been reproduced on home media. There might have been some releases beforehand. Like I said, I don't know. I don't follow the home media of this Tom and Jerry on DVD. But after watching this, you know, some of the shorts, they were hilarious. The first time seeing them uncut was pretty weird, but it was awesome. Because, you know, you're anticipating it, and then when you see it, it's like, wow. And the animation, the restoration process is really something that I think should be commended. You know, the cleanup is very nice. Some of the episodes, the later ones, look like they could have been animated with, you know, today's technology. I know that's kind of an overstatement, but you get what I'm saying. It looks very pretty. So, Jamie, man, thank you so much for this present. I don't think I could have gotten any more enjoyment out of this than I already did. Every single episode I was smiling because Tom and Jerry is one of those series that, you know, it really picks me up when I'm down. And the music is something that I'm always going to remember because just the score, the orchestra, just everything about it. You know, if I could, I would get some of these tracks on my phone and I listen to them, you know, when I'm, you know, working out or when I'm walking home or just in general when I need to do some homework because, you know, there are some really good arrangements in here. And that's why I really like Tom and Jerry. The music is excellent. So, Jamie, once again, my friend, thank you for this. And check your mailbox in the next week or so. Just a hint. So you guys, that was the end of the Blu-ray update. I actually finished this in under 15 minutes, so yeah, I got that done. Just to go over it, The Crow, The Dark Knight, Inception, and Tom and Jerry. And before I go, I just want to point something out. Hopefully the camera battery does die, but if it does, then I'll say it in a comment. I'm going to be hosting another episode of Ask Neo, the first one for 2012, and since it's been a couple of months since I've done one, and since I can now do these episodes longer, it's going to be a special bonanza. I'm going to go crazy with this one. So I want you guys to send in 2 questions via the YouTube personal message system. Don't leave them in the comments. I actually want to see them in the personal message system because the comments, it's a lot more unorganized. So through a PM, send me 2 questions and I'll hopefully get them answered. You know, I'm not going to say I'm going to answer everything. I just want to get everybody their own, you know, give them their own little spotlight. Tell me if you want to remain anonymous or not because I'll name your name if you want me to. And also, this is going to be a longer episode, so expect it to be an hour long. I'll just say that. The first hour-long video on my channel, so you can look forward to that sometime at the end of the week if I get enough questions. And you can virtually ask me almost anything, as long as it's not too damn personal. And, yeah. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you, Conmai. I'm looking at you, Conmai. Yeah. Anyway, so I want to thank you guys for watching this video. I'm NGS signing out, and like always, I will catch you guys later. Peace, and send in your questions.